Brought you some gift plants, the kind of plants that people love to give and receive at holiday times, besides poinsettias, and I'll talk about them in the coming weeks. But over here in the basket I have these little dark red flowers. This is a gorgeous cyclamen. It's a wonderful, wonderful plant. It has a reputation for being difficult, but it's really not. You just don't let it sit in its water. This white one is a hellebore, which is actually a perennial. Too late to plant it outside, but it will make a wonderful house plant, and it flowers now, and it's a great holiday gift. And right here in front of me I have two that you rarely see. This is the frosty fern. It's a fern. It needs a moist environment in the house. Someday it'll be 12 inches tall. It's not a hardy perennial, but it's just irresistible. And then Gaultheria. Gaultheria, or wintergreen, is actually a hardy perennial ground cover too, but again, too late to plant it, but you can keep it inside. The berries are attractive, and there's lots of things people love to receive as gifts during the holiday.
Kind of makes you feel like Christmas too.
Oh yeah, they're so pretty.
All right, well, we have our first caller of the morning. That comes from Jackie in Tonawanda. Good morning, and what's your question?
Hi, Sally. This is Jackie. I'm just calling to find out if you should cut back the mums when they're dead now, and also if it's a good time to trim down some branches on a tree. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, mums, yes, you can cut them back, although many people say it's better to leave the crowns on these perennials because it gives a little crown protection. I'd say 50-50 either way. It can't hurt, but you don't have to.
Tell me a little bit more about some of these plants you have here, Sally.
Oh, well, one of the things I've been writing about, I wrote yesterday for the Buffalo News about the poisonous plants, and people are all worried because they'll go on a list of plant toxicity and see poisonous, 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 and really, like this cyclamen, it may be listed as toxic, but what you'd have to do is eat the tubers that are under the soil, and neither you, the puppy, the child, or grandma is likely to be eating those tubers, so we don't need to worry about the toxicity of some of these. People are very worried about the poinsettia alleged toxicity. It's not poisonous. The poinsettia is a locally grown crop. We should support these growers and buy their darn poinsettias. They're the best plant to decorate for holidays.
All right, thanks, Sally. Our next call comes from Linda. Good morning, Linda. Linda, are you there?
I can hear them on here.
Go ahead, Linda. What's your question? All right, I'm not sure if we have her there. So what are this red plant you have over there in the corner there, Sally?
Well, that's the cyclamen, and that one is what I was mentioning, is not toxic except for the tubers. But the other thing I wanted to mention today, since we're not hearing Linda's question, she wanted to know, could she still plant her bulbs? And the answer to that is yes, she can still plant her bulbs. Get out there today. Take advantage of this weather. I have a few daffodils. I have to confess, I didn't get in yet. This is your morning. And as long as the ground is like this, it's a perfect time to do it. I would also give advice to gardeners in terms of the timing of things. Thanksgiving is the time that is the final recommended fertilization of your lawn. So go ahead and fertilize the lawn if that's something that you do. And for the rest of us, the last lawn cutting, if you let it get a little long during these recent rains, a last cutting shorter than you usually do is one of the better things to do for your lawn.
All right, we're going to go to Lancaster now, and Ray is on the phone. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning. I heard that mums grow every year.
But you're wondering if they're...
Is that true or not?
Okay, you're asking me if they're very hardy. And the thing about chrysanthemums is they'd be like any other perennial. If you planted them in the spring or early fall, they can come back every year. They're technically hardy mums, but if you planted them after you finish displaying them in your Thanksgiving display on the front porch or in the urn, planting them late, it's not likely to happen. So treat chrysanthemums like any other perennial, and you have a pretty good chance of it. So hey today, guys, be out there like I'll be. Enjoy this weather, clean up the yard, put the plants against the house that you never got to plant, and get the bulbs in. We'll talk next week.
Thanks so much, Sally.